What's up guys, it's your boy Kidamaki. Today I want to talk about Deku versus Class 1A and who I think will win the fight. Now based on what I've read in chapter 319 and what they alluded to in chapter 319, they've basically set the stage for Deku losing this fight, right? They really focused on him being tired or him being exhausted after all this fighting. I mean, he was barely able to hold up Ox and I think it was Lady Nagant with Black Whip, and prior to this he was able to hold up multiple cars and multiple people, so he's in a very vulnerable state right now, so anything can happen, right? This brings me back to Deku versus Bakugo. Now when they first fought in the manga and in the anime as well, because of course it was adapted in the anime, I was a little bit iffy on that fight, because I for one believe that Deku can trash Bakugo any day, anytime. It's just a matter of determination and him wanting to do it. It's a similar thing to Naruto and Sasuke, right? I believe that Naruto is far superior to Sasuke. A lot of people believe otherwise, fine. Based on what you've watched, you can interpret it however you want to, but based on what I've seen and their capabilities, Naruto can trash Sasuke. He just decides not to because he's more of the friendly type, and it's the same thing for most shonen protagonists. We have the same thing for, I think, Goku versus Vegeta. You remember in the Buu saga when Goku actually unlocked Super Saiyan 3 and he decided not to use it against Vegeta, and Vegeta was really upset about it. So you always have these, what do you call them, deuterogonist or something like that. I don't remember the D word or whatever. The second person to the protagonist. When these people win a fight, it's always the protagonist not wanting to actually beat this person. And if you compare the protagonist fighting these people versus the protagonist fighting a villain, you can see how much power the protagonist has that he's not actually using in the fight, because it's his friend or it's his brother or whatever, right? So even in that first fight with Deku versus Bakugo, Deku could have trashed Bakugo. He was only using 5% one for all, right? It's not like he couldn't have used a 50% or 20% or 100%. Bakugo might have died, he might have broken an arm, but he could have won. Even with the 5%, he almost won with it. So I just feel as if Bakugo doesn't compare to Deku in any way, shape or form. It's just a matter of writing and the writer wanting Bakugo to remain relevant to Deku as it relates to him being a rival. To me, Todoroki seems more of a rival in power capacity. They also had Bakugo winning against Todoroki, and it's the same thing again. He didn't win Todoroki because he's stronger than Todoroki or more powerful than Todoroki. Todoroki is just suffering from some mental trauma, and he's battling that mental trauma during his fight. It's always these little things that give these characters a W in certain series, and if you remove them and you compare the characters power to power and say, okay, what if these two characters went all out, who would win? Of course it's gonna be the protagonist. Of course Todoroki is not the protagonist, but I'm just saying that when it comes to class 1A, Todoroki is the second strongest person in that class. Maybe he's even stronger than Deku, who knows, possibly, maybe he could be. He's really powerful. It's just that I think Todoroki needs to focus on his, let's say, fighting skills. He needs to learn some martial arts, increase his movement speed and so on, and he will be a good opponent for Deku. But right now he's a little too stiff, but I'm getting off topic here. Class 1A. In this fight, Class 1A should trash Deku. Like, it shouldn't be a contest really, because Deku, again, he's weak, tired, bruised, beaten, everything, right? He could barely even stand up in that chapter, and I think the writer Orokoshi really just placed that there so he can avoid the commotion and the hate and whatever that's gonna come from Deku losing a fight, right? Because you're gonna have people coming in saying, oh, Deku should have won that fight, whatever, right? So he's making it seem as if, okay, Deku cannot win this fight, and he's putting in the reasons from now so people won't complain afterwards. It makes sense, right? Because again, if he wasn't tired, Deku can smoke everybody there, maybe with the exception of Todoroki and Bakugo working together. But individually he can smoke them, but if they are working together, it's going to be a problem for him, right? Even if he wasn't tired. So let's put it this way, right? if Deku is fighting Class 1A without Bakugo and Todoroki and maybe that electric dude, I don't remember his name, what it was Zenitsu or something, I'm not sure, but that electric dude, if he's not fighting Todoroki, that electric dude and Bakugo, he can smoke Class 1A with ease, right? So it's not really a contest there, but when you have those three characters, I'm just rating them based on power level and who can do the most damage to Deku, and those three pops into my mind. So, you know, yeah, if they're not there, Deku wins. If they're there, he's not gonna win, right? And in the last chapter in 319, I'm seeing Bakugo, but I'm not seeing Todoroki, so I'm not sure if he is there. But even without Todoroki, if Bakugo is there, he's not gonna win because he's tired. But if he wasn't tired, Deku would have smoked everyone in that class, right? Even with Bakugo there. So that's just a nuance I'm trying to bring into this situation, that it just depends on the situation, right? If Deku is not tired, he's smoking everyone. If he is tired, he's going to lose. It's simple as that. So I'm hoping that it's a good fight. It shouldn't be long because Deku is tired. I don't think he has much fight left in him. But I would have loved to see a Deku at full power, you know, taking on Bakugo and Class 1A. A Deku at full power with this rootlessness that he has right now. I wonder what he would have done. You know, it's interesting. I doubt we'll ever see a situation like this again in the future, but you know, it would have been interesting to see this. So who knows, maybe we'll see it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this fight. And hats off to Horikoshi, because he's doing good with this manga, right? He's doing great. No, I'm not going to trash any other manga. It's very tempting to compare it to other mangas out there, but I'm not going to do it in today's video. But Horikoshi is doing good, and I hope to see great things going forward. So that's all I have to say. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.